Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Snarl. So, here he is in his Stegosaurus alt mode, and yeah, so this is the fourth Dinobot we've gotten in Studio Series 86, and yeah, pretty excited. But before we take a look at Snarl himself, let's quickly look at his packaging. So here it is. And yeah, quite dig it. It's got the 2022 and 2023 Studio Series packaging style for Leader class figures, because this year, with it being 2024, they're actually going to bring back the windows, although there's no plastic. It's, you can touch the figure, kind of like what they've done with the other scaled stuff, but hey, at least you can see the figure now. But yeah, here it is, the packaging. And yeah, pretty cool. He's 8619, Dinobot Snarl. Get him blasting at probably, I think that's a sweep up there. Yeah, there's a sweep, and then there's another sweep. And yeah, on the side here, I get 8619. And I can't tell if he's angry or happy there, but let's just assume he's happy. He's probably angry, but he just looks happy. He's like, "Hey guys, look at me, I'm Snarl, hey!" But yeah. And on here you got Leader Class, and then on the other side you get a reversed version of that artwork we saw on the other side, where he's like, "Hey, I'm Snarl." Now you can see his foot, one of his feet, and then plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. Now the back here, big screen Inspired, Dinobot Snarl. The backdrop is called Battle of Autobot City, which is, I'm pretty sure, the only scene we saw him in. And yeah, Snarl actually only appeared for like a few seconds. Like, he was the only Dinobot that really didn't get much of a role in the 86 movie, because he appeared in like one shot, and then we never saw him again. We only saw the other four. But don't worry, Snarl, I'm pretty sure, returned in Season 3 of the G1 cartoon, so hey, that's cool. And here's a little bio there, you can read that if you want. And you got this down here. Oh, by the way, at the top, if you didn't know, he's from the 1986 Transformers the movie. And at the bottom you got all this down here. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's bring Snarl back into frame. And yeah, like as with the other Dinobots, I was highly anticipating this guy. And yeah, he didn't disappoint. But there's some little flaws I have, per usual, with pretty much any figure, really. But yeah, before we get into all of that, let's quickly look at his details and paint and whatnot. So yeah, here's his head sculpt. Pretty nice. Now, something I'm not too big on with this figure is the inconsistency with the gold. Like, because with the other Dinobots, wherever it was kind of like, were supposed to be gold, like they painted it gold, but for this guy, they only painted the spikes gold and the tail, but then the legs and the feet, as well as the head, are just this kind of gold-looking plastic. I wouldn't say gold plastic, because it's not brittle, and I don't want to scare everyone, but it just looks odd, and it's kind of inconsistent. I mean, I don't know, because I'm looking at the packaging, like the head. The gold they have for the head's the exact same as for the tail and spikes, and that's not the case for the figure itself. So, yeah, I'm not too big on that. Wish, again, they just painted this gold and this and the other, all the legs and the head. I wish were painted gold. Aside from that, though, he's pretty nicely painted. I love the little paint details they got here on the sides. Unfortunately, not really much over here. I mean, you get lots of nice detail, but no paint, except for the gold spikes. And you get some red up here. Unfortunately, with the way this guy transforms, it splits apart. It doesn't stay together that much. I mean, it kind of does. Here's the other side on the bottom. Pretty nice and clean. And yeah, and they got the tail right here, bottom side. And yeah, overall, I think it looks pretty nice. Just wish that they painted the legs, the feet, and the head gold, but it just helped consistency wise. But yeah, Now let's get right into the articulation, because, well, this is a beast alt mode, so there's articulation in this mode too. So starting off with the head, it cannot tilt side to side, unlike, well, I don't think Slug or Slag or whatever, his head couldn't really tilt, but Grimlock's and Sludge's could. But he does have a moving jaw, just like his other Dinobots. I just gotta get it open. There you go. Oh, whoops. There you go. The problem is that if you get it from the side, then his jaw splits vertically, and yeah, you gotta make sure it all stays together. But there you go. Hey, Snarl. And of course, his legs move. You can move the what will be, or I guess what's supposed to be his shoulders here in the Dino mode. You can move them a full 180. They're on a ball joint, and they can only move in and out this much. Yeah, not a lot. And of course, you kind of do get a bit of an elbow movement here, or I'm not sure what you call this. I guess it's an elbow. Now for the hind legs, which will become the shoulders in the robot mode, there's a nice ratchet joint right here, so you get a full 180. A bit of in and out movement. We'll get into more of this later on in the robot mode, but this is just what you get for the alt mode here. And his feet do swivel, so that's cool. And they can move back and forth. You can't do that with these ones, they don't swivel. So, and the tail doesn't move, which is kind of unfortunate, because as you can see, the tail is a little too inwards, if you know what I mean. I mean, look at this. This is, yeah. It's I don't know. I would say it doesn't look as bad as it did in like the initial leaks and photos and stuff, but I don't know, it still kind of looks a little odd. But I can understand why they had to do that, because transformation in the robot mode, that's supposed to be behind his head, so it kind of has to be right here, but I don't know, still looks a bit odd. But yeah, overall, pretty decent articulation, I'd say. But in my opinion, I think Grimlock, or either Grimlock or Sludge, might be maybe my favorite of the Dinobots in terms of articulation in their Dino modes. So yeah. Now, anyways, let's do some alt mode size comparisons. We'll just simply stick to the 86 Dinobots. So let's go through them all. I would put them in all one shot, but you know, these are some pretty big guys right here. So now once Swoop comes out, probably sometime later this year, I'll definitely have all of them, or at least I'll try to get them all in one shot. I don't think they'll fit in this little space here, but I'll do my best. But yeah, anyways, starting off here is with Grimlock, the big guy, the big boss. Here he is with Slug/Slag. Oh no, I offended some Brits. Yeah, there they are together right there. And last but not least, here he is with Sludge, the before this guy, the most recent one. And yeah, pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for the alt mode size comparisons. Now, before we transform him into robot mode, I just want to show off his only accessory, and that is his sword. So finally, we get a Dinobot that comes with a sword. Because if you guys didn't know, a lot of the Dinobots in the G1 toy line had swords. I mean, they're kind of like red, but in the G1 cartoon, I think only Snarl did have a sword. But yeah, here it is. Love the paint. It's a nice kind of shiny silver, and yeah, I love the details too. So for storage here in the alt mode, there's a hole right up here, and you can plug it in right here. It doesn't stand too securely, it's kind of loose a bit, so do take caution if you're traveling around and you're holding him like this, like out in public. Just make sure this doesn't fall out, because if that does, then well, good luck trying to find that on eBay. But yeah, now I think that's it. Yeah, there's not really anywhere else you can put it. There's screw holes right here and here. Let me see if I can put it in there. Let's see. Yeah. No. It kind of can. It stays in a bit tighter. No, not really. I don't think you could really fit in all the way there. But hey, yeah. So the only spot I can put it is right up here. So, yeah. Now, anyways, let's get right down to the transformation. So let's start off with lifting up this panel right here, and just bring this all the way back. And hey, look, there he is. There's his face. The next, just I'll move this all down here, and there you go. And this kind of like pushes kind of forward, like if you see how this works, so it's like an accordion almost. I think that's pretty cool. Then flip up the toes, and then after that you just want to move out these heel pieces and just fold up these dynamo feet there, and then just bring this all down like this. Oop, and the dino head's wanting to get in here. Then next, just bring down the shin panels, and then flip in the both halves of the dino head, and then split apart the legs just to make things a bit easier. And then close up the shin panels. Oops, they're not staying in. Oh, that's weird. Does this need to be further in? I think it's good. I guess it's just an error in my copy. So yeah, then just straighten legs right here. It's a pretty tight ratchet, so we'll say for his hips. Alright, so let's raise up the camera. Oh man, he's gone big. Very big. So I just want to make sure this camera doesn't fall over or anything. And then next, you just want to untab the this right here. So you see there's this tab that goes in that slot. Yeah, I just untabbed it there. And then after that, you just want to there's a tab right here that goes in the slot right there on one of his alt mode feet, and you just tab that in there, and do that on the other side as well. And I don't think I didn't untab this already, so let's straighten out that. And there we go. And then next, you just want to just need to make sure there's enough clearance. Then next, you just want to flip out the robot mode hand, and then you can bring in all this right here. That'll fill in that gap. It'll make a little click noise, as you probably just heard. And do the same here. So maybe you shouldn't do all this before this. Alright, and do that. And then put this in right here. And there we go. So now we got both the arms. And then next, you just want to let's swivel around the legs. Or I might have already done that. It's just in the process of me trying to do the robot arms. I might flip this around. So then yeah, then next, just want to close up these. Or actually, no, wait. Bring in the dino leg right here. And just move that down right to there, and then you can close this up nice and securely, and do the same thing on this side, and then just bring this down and bring this all around, and there we go. So now we got that all done right there. So then next, you just want to flip out the robot head, or yeah, that's a little hard. It is pretty hard to actually get this out. Or actually, wait, no, I forgot. You just bring out the tail pieces and split them out. Yeah, I've only transformed this guy like 2 or 3 times, so I'm not going to memorize everything here. But then, yeah, so yeah, split apart the tail, and then just bring this all forward so that kind of clicks in. And then you can bring forward the robot mode head. And then this can all just collapse right back here. And there you go. That's all. Will sit nice and securely. And last but not least, just push this up right here around the abdomen. And once you get that all done, there you guys have Snarl in his robot mode. And I gotta say, this is a very nice looking robot mode. Just need to make sure he's staying up straight. There we go. Looking pretty nice. So here we go. Just got a nice Here's a little shot of him right there. Let's just do a 360 shot right here. I'll do these often, but so there we go. Now let's get a quick look here at the head sculpt and focus. There we go. Pretty nice. And you get his all about logo. You get whatever detail this is. Not sure what that's supposed to be with that weird oval and then the 4 lines, or the 2 lines, I guess. You get some hidden details here, just it's not painted. That's a problem I see with some of these Hasbro Transformer figures. They got such great detail on the plastic, but yet they don't paint in all of it, so it's, you know, a lot of it just hidden stuff, no one talks about it, but then you got me over here noticing all this detail and pointing it out. And if only Hasbro painted it or something, then people would notice it. And then there's all this right here. And on the back, let me where I saw this. Pretty clean, except for this, but this is all accurate to how he appeared on the show, especially the split tail. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the details. So let's get right down to his articulation for the robot mode, at least, because we already saw the Stegosaurus articulation. So, let's make sure this stays up. So his head is on the ball joint, so it does move side to side. It can look up only this much, unless if you want to untab this right here and get a bit more movement, but you can tell that looks pretty unnatural. And his head can look down only that far, so you can't really do too much up and down, but side to side you get some nice movement. Shoulders can move a full 180, but it just hindered a bit because of the tails. Yeah, can't do that. They can also move outwards this much, and he does have kind of has like a. Wait, I forget to click this in. Wait, there we go. I forgot to snap that in. Yeah, one last little transformation step I forgot. There we go. So yeah, he does have a bicep swivel, although it's closer to the elbow, but it's supposed to be his bicep swivel. He does have a bend at the elbow, and then wrist swivels, and they can't move in and out, unfortunately. But he does have a waist swivel. Legs can kick up this far, and then back that far. Hear that nice ratchet this thing got untabbed. And so, yeah, they can move backwards as far, and then outwards this much. And he does have thigh swivels. It bends at the knee, and then an ankle pivot, and the toes can move up and down. So yeah, pretty nice articulation on this guy. That's one of the things I've noticed with a lot of these Dinobot figures. Like, it looks like they're brick, but if you see them, but they surprisingly got a decent set of articulation. So that I always love to see. So yeah. Now, anyways, now for accessories, again, he does come with a sword, so you could put it right here. Could you still store in the back? Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could still store it right there. Oop, the lighting's all too bright. There you go. Yeah, you could still store in the back right here, but I'll just put it in his right hand. There we go. So, yeah, now, anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Grimlock. And of course, if you already couldn't tell, I'm going by the order of which these Dinobots were released. So it was Grimlock, then Slug/Slag, and then Sludge, and then now Snarl. Yeah, here they are together. I love how they're all kind of like equal height. I think that's cool. Like not one's like smaller than the other. I mean, well, I think the Swoop's a bit smaller, but yeah. Now, anyways, here he is with Slug or Slag. Yeah, I know I'm gonna offend some Brits, but there you go. That was his original name. So, and last but not least, here he is with Sludge. So there we have both of them together. So now we just need Swoop, and we got the whole gang, or at least the original Dinobot gang. Because I know, they did that was his name, Scar, and the core class Dinobots, which I still have to review. Them, but I'm gonna probably do something a bit different for those. Like, kind of group each one, like do 3 in one review, 3 in another. Might do that and then have a Volcanicus combination video, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, as for like the original G1 team, we just need Swoop. So looking forward to that. So yeah, there you guys have the robot mode size comparisons. Of course, because this is a Studio Series figure, gotta take a look at the backdrops. Here it is. There's Autobot City there being destroyed. 8619 Studio Series, Transformers the movie, 86 Transformers, all the basic stuff for an 86 backdrop. So, anyways, let's place Snarl right here, and there you go. Like I always say with these, I don't keep them, so it doesn't really matter to me, but there's probably some that do. So if you want to see what Snarl looks like with his own backdrop, then there you go. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the backdrop. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Studio Series 86 Lear Class Snarl. And I gotta say, he's a pretty decent figure. The alt mode, I mean, it's pretty fine. I just wish that I had more gold paint, like for the head and the legs and feet and stuff. And it'd be cool if like there's a way to make the tail kind of go out a bit more, because it's a bit hidden because of the way it is. Yeah, again, I understand why, because they have to have it showing here in the back of the robot mode, which is cartoon accurate, so it's an obligation. But as for the robot mode, I'd say it's probably the fun, or one of the funnest of the Dinobots in their robot modes to mess with, because he's got some pretty nice articulation. Yeah, again, I love that sword accessory, and like the other Dinobots, he could use a bit more paint. Like I'd say Grimlock's the only one where I'd say he's good with the paint he has, but the rest of them seem a bit bare bones. I mean, again, I know they kind of had that generic red-black thing going on, but it'd be nice if there was maybe a little more. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I'd say he's a pretty fun figure. He might be my second favorite of these A6 Dinobots, honestly, only behind Grimlock. Because he's pretty fun. So yeah, guys. Anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.